Hey, this is Sacred Owl. Today is another installment of Real Talk by Sacred Owl. Today I want to talk about an energy called gossip. I know, we do that out there all the time, and I'm going to tell you something. Gossip is a very ugly energy. It's an energy that destroys people. It's an energy that tears down a person's esteem, tears down their whole reputation. It's a horrible thing. Now, and I'm not saying that like when you go to a restaurant and you have to rate the restaurant, or you buy a product, you rate it. That's not gossiping. That's just telling you how the product affects you and what experience you have with that product. But what I mean by gossip is assumption-based information that you share with somebody else about another person that you're not willing to speak to them about. That's gossip. And it's a very ugly thing. Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote the Four Agreements, says gossip is the truest and highest form of black magic. I agree. Our words form people. Our words say what we need to say. Look up the definition of the word abracadabra. And it's a Hebraic word that says, so it is. Well, if we're using our words to form people and then we're talking about them, what are we forming about that individual? What are we putting on them? If you have an issue with a person and you need to discuss it with your friend, but you're willing to talk to that person about it after that discussion, then that's not gossip, you're getting advice. But if you're talking to somebody else about that individual and you don't go to that person and talk to them about it, you are a gossiper. You are a practitioner of black magic. Stop talking about people. Stop tearing people down because you're not happy. Stop saying things about people because you don't know all their information. Stop for a moment and walk in their shoes for a minute and say, hey, this person is going through something. I realize out there that we have a lot of negative projecting people who have a very miserable life, who need to tear other people down so that they can have some sense of self-validation. Well, you know what? You're a gossiper. You're a black magician. You need to stop. I tell you what, I've been victimized, if you will, for lack of a better word, by other people's opinions and ideas, but nobody has taken the time. Those people who victimized me have not taken the time to sit down and ask me, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? Where are you at? Why did you do that? They just go around talking to other people about it, and guess what? They look like a fool. See, the universe has a wonderful fail-safe system. It's called the law of balance. So if you swing a pendulum one way, it's got to swing back the other. If you're talking about people in such a negative light, then guess what? It has to swing back. And guess who the energy is going to be directed at? It's going to be directed at you. If you got something to say about somebody, say it to their face. Talk to them. 9 out of 10 times, it's just a damn assumption. And you don't have the right information. People, if we were to stop doing that, we wouldn't have the problems we have today. Social media is one of the most disease-breeding grounds for gossiping and negative light. Turn it into something positive. Be cool. Be right. If you have something to say about somebody, say it to them. If you need advice, then talk to your advisor. And then the next person after that should be them. Make it right. Listen, I love you all, even if you did talk about me. God bless everybody. Peace, love, and happiness. This is Sacred Owl.